Okay, welcome back to the Unbuttoned Podcast. Today, we are playing a little game called While the Boss is Away because Elizabeth was out doing errands and stuff.
Lunch.
And lunch, Botoxing. So we are taking over today. Today, obviously, with me, I have Savanna and Tracy, who you guys have obviously met before. And some of the topics we're going to talk about today is I'm going to just kind of ask some questions. Okay. And then if you think of a question that goes along with it, you can ask.
Okay,
Got it? Okay. Office confession. What's one thing you'd never say if Elizabeth was here, but you would say if she was away?
I don't know. I don't know that there's anything I wouldn't say.
I know. I feel like we pretty much say everything in front of people.
You guys are being lame. I would tell her to pick up her clothes in the dressing room.
But I think that we do tell her to pick up her clothes in the dressing room.
You do?
We've given her shit about that before.
Yeah. Because I always say about her turning the hangers back there.
Okay.
But usually I tell you to do that because I'm not always around when you guys are rehanging things. But I don't know. Her drawer.
Yeah.
Her desk drawer is a freaking mess. Which you don't have a lot to talk because I opened yours up the other day and I was
messy.
flabbergasted.
Okay.
But
I will clean mine here and there. She didn't even know one of her drawers opened.
One of them doesn't.
open.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All you had to do is pull a little harder. It opens.
No, really?
Yeah. I went to go open it the other day. I'm like, this drawer fucking opens.
Yeah,
I've tried to open that one before. It's like...
Yeah, you got to just give her a yank.
Okay.
But yeah, that one opens. But yeah,
eyelashes, fingernails,
papers,
random fingernails,
tax
like
documents,
not
like anything you could think of, it's shoved in
her
there.
social security number is probably in there. Like
She has a
her
dentist appointment
birth
for the kids in there.
certificate might
Yeah.
be in there. Like you don't know what you're gonna find, but yeah, it's insane. But I would
Yeah.
also tell her that. So
well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, I tell her that often, but still. It is kind of funny. We'll try to post
that
a
kind of
picture of
makes
her
me
drawer.
laugh when I come in here when no one's in here in the morning, and I'll like clean every once in a while, and like I won't like go through everything in your guys' drawers, but
So
if
you're peeping
there's
on
just like some like trash pieces hanging out, I'm like, I cleaned your drawer a little bit, but I didn't throw anything valuable away. But yeah, I did. I went through it.
Okay.
Ooh, hold
so
on,
you're
though.
snooping.
The Starbucks orders, we're always like, does everyone want a coffee? She's like, oh, I need a coffee. And then she drinks like 3 sips of a coffee and then just leaves it there.
I do that.
You do
Actually,
that
I've
too.
gotten a lot better, but I am notorious for doing that with drinks. Yeah, I have done that in the past. But okay, see, this is what I thought you were going to say about like Starbucks order. We'll go to order something and we'll be like, all right, who wants it? She's like, I've had a lot of caffeine, I don't want it. And they'll be ready to put the order through. She's like, all right, get me and I'm like, just say you want to have it. Okay, yeah, so that's fair. And think on that one because if we have other ones. The next question is, if you were in charge for the day, what's one thing that you would implement that is not currently implemented right now? Yeah. It could be anything down to like something like aesthetic, something like data, work, anything like time frame, show up time, leave time, like anything. It can be anything that you would think of. I would say
Nobody use any more glass dishes in this place. I hate it. I hate it. Throw them away.
yeah. So Sav was in
my
charge.
role.
She's getting rid of the dishes. That's fair, actually.
That's fair. I try really hard not to use them because
I know what mine is.
I know what I mean.
If I was in charge for the day, I would stop putting the heaviest freaking bins on the top rack where a 5'2" little galley can't reach them and almost throws out her back every time we have to pack orders.
I warn you though, and every
You pick the
single
heaviest
bin
ones.
is so full back there now. Like buy a step stool or work out. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, well, Sav stacks the heaviest bins on the top and then
the fullest ones too.
literally the fullest ones. And then she's like, gets Twitter pated if you like unfold something and it gets knocked down. I'm like,
No, I do not.
All right. I'd say you do, but that would be my one. I would implement none of that shit on the high racks. Or I need like a, what do you call those,
You
cherry
can go
picker?
change it. Go fix them.
I just want to stop you right there because I'm like, who taught you your job? Watch yourself.
Well, then you taught me wrong. I don't know. Go fix it.
Yeah, I'm about to. Pulling all those bitches down, putting them in the middle of the floor. And you would never leave them there. You would freak out if I pulled those down.
Leave them there. What do you mean?
You just said, go change it. And I said, yeah, I will. I'll pull them all down, leave them on the floor. And you would tweak.
Well, why would you leave them on the floor?
Well, there's no other place for them. All right, Trace, what would you change?
I think that I would be a little bit more diligent about like making sure that like meetings are at a very specific time. Because I feel like we always say that we're going to do the meetings and then like we all go on side quests.
Yeah.
And then
The office
Monday
is full of
meetings
ADD.
and like talking about like the things that are important to make sure that like we have the week rolling, like get put off until like Tuesday or Wednesday.
I agree. I think that's really smart. Now, I think that this is something that we had like a long conversation about at the beginning of this year because I'm in agreement with you. And we have implemented like the Notion thing to take a step in the right direction. We just need to continue the direction.
I think like it's just like it's always 3:00
yeah,
or it's always like 2:00. Like
totally.
no matter
time
if
to
it's done or
just
not, it just
fucking-
like has to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
I feel
agree.
like it's been better recently.
We've
but
gotten a
yeah.
little bit better. This last week got away from us a little bit.
Yeah.
But we have gotten on a better groove. But I think I do agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else have any
That's a good
other
one.
rules they want to implement?
No.
I want to implement that Sav has a 2-minute bathroom
Oh my god.
timer.
Hey, I like to hide in there.
I'll text her sometimes. I'm like, you good? You coming out? You gonna come work?
We were just
Yeah, just hiding.
we were
No,
just
just
watching
kidding.
that like that meme sitting on the toilet.
Sitting on the
Just
toilet.
sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
I have my best ideas in the powder room.
Okay, what is one thing about the setup in here that annoys you the most? I'll go first. The freaking microwave. It is here, there, and everywhere, and it's
not
heavy.
set up.
It's
That's
not
the problem.
set up.
It is not set up, but we're working on it.
Also, we don't have anywhere to plug it in, right? So we keep saying
Yeah.
that we're gonna get more plugs in the back, and we've signed Elizabeth's dad up for it like 7 times now.
Joe's working on it. He hurt his back.
Yeah, he's got a pass. He hurt his
Yeah,
back.
he hurt his
But we
back.
could really use some outlets.
We have no outlets.
We on a daily basis carry the microwave around from place to place, set it down, microwave our food, and then it stays there till the next day till the next person freaks out.
It sat
and needs
behind
to
my
move it.
desk.
It's
for-
usually you or I who's like, get it out.
It was on the table when we went to pack orders earlier, and I was like, if I see this sitting down here within
Yeah.
the next couple of weeks, it's going to the dumpster when I take everything else to the dumpster.
No,
I
100%.
had to be skinny getting it out of my chair like all through holiday season.
Yeah, for a
because
while it was right
like,
behind
was
Tracy's
literally
desk.
right behind my chair.
Yeah. Then once again, it was on top of the fridge where no one can reach it. And once again, short girl problems. I'm like, who's doing this to me?
Why are you looking at me? Where else do you want to put it?
I don't know. I just wanted to have a home that's not the top.
I can't build any outlets, so I don't know what to do.
That's fair.
about
Neither can
it.
I. So I'm just gonna continue to bitch about it. Okay, that was mine. The microwave. What would yours be? If you could change one thing, like, here in the office, like how it functions. Wise.
As I'm looking at this pile of clothes, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like we've literally worked around every possible thing that we can to like
I feel like
change
we've done
things
a
around that
darn good
annoy
job.
us. Like I feel like if something starts to be annoying, then we just change it.
Yeah, we have done a really good job of that. I mean,
that the corner
Yeah.
in the back of the warehouse like is where all the dead things go to die.
mhm.
Like random things we've bought. Maybe blow up chairs for our seasonal meeting. The roller skates.
No, they don't live there anymore.
They don't live there.
but
I
they've been for a
actually-
little while.
I paused because I was like, let's get those blow up chairs out.
Well, that corner was,
was like, oh
really
my
bad. but
God.
it is better now. It's better.
Yeah.
better.
The hard part is, for those of you who have not been in here,
Bag of sand.
it is. We have an office in the front
The
and a
box of
warehouse. Yeah, there's office in the front, warehouse in the back. In the back corner of the warehouse is where Tracy's referring to. It is where we keep our USPS bags. We keep any like props for photos. We keep all of
Water
our stuff for
jugs.
pop-ups. We keep our water like
Anything
any
heavy.
miscellaneous item is back there. And when I say the corner, it's small. This is not like a large corner.
There's no good solution for it.
There is not in the front where our office is. Again, if you haven't been in here, our 4 desks are piled into a tiny corner. We have no personal space. We kind of like it that way, but also hate it that way, which is great. But we have been scrappy as all get out, and I'm so proud of us for being so scrappy. And we always say one day when we like have a bigger space, because we will, we'll look back and be like, I kind of wish we sat next to each other again. So
This gold rack that's been around since the
shed days.
start of
Before
Coco
I was
Shop.
around.
Yeah.
This is better
every
off.
time we move it to a pop-up, it gets a little looser. I've tightened the
like a
tightened the
little leaning
screws
tower.
quite a few times, and it's officially like it is one fall away from falling apart, and it takes up space.
Yeah, I feel that.
And it doesn't match any of our other like shelves or anything.
I feel that.
I feel like that. Like
Something about it feels nostalgic.
I
and I'm like
know.
not ready to get rid of it. I'm like, that's the gold rack you guys stop coming for.
That other gold rack that was back there forever, I pushed
yeah.
it over back there and just unscrewed it all and took it right to the dump. But I can't do it with that one.
No, that one's something nostalgic about it. Look at the thing falling off the bottom of it though. The like slats on the bottom are like bent, beat up.
Yeah.
she's seen better days.
She has seen better days, but she's gonna stick around for a little bit. I mean, we gotta get rid of her. Okay, if someone were to come to our office and be hired tomorrow, what is one survival tip of surviving the Coco office that you would give?
Earplugs.
Get yourself some earplugs. That was good. Wow, really?
ADHD medicine. Also, I think just like the ability to jump in and do like anything.
Totally.
Like if you're waiting for
Flexible.
someone to tell you what to do, you're not going to cut it here. Like you just gotta
Gotta
do
go with it. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Earplugs, you gotta be flexible and jump right in. And I do think that you gotta be able to like laugh at yourself and your teammates because the amount of things that just go on here throughout the day, it's like you have to be able to have a sense of humor or else you would crumble here.
Yeah, you need like a hard shell to put on, or you're
thick
just gonna
A little turtle shell.
That just made me think of when I first started, and it just like gets chaotic, and we never really like eat at the same time. But when I was interning, like I had classes before I would come and stuff, and just I had an 8 a.m. So you know when you're up all morning and you just get extra hungry by lunch, it would be like 11:30. And I was sitting there, which I learned to bring my own food when I was interning. But I was like, do these people never eat? I am starving.
Yeah.
But I learned that really quickly
Yep.
that it doesn't get normal. Now I had my lunch at 2 p.m.
That's what I was just about to say. We wait for the first person to get hangry till we all realize we're hungry. The first person has an attitude and we're like, we should probably eat.
That
And it's
same
usually
thing
2
goes
o'clock.
for peeing also.
Yeah.
Like we'll go like all morning and all of us will be like, God, I really have to pee. And it's not until the first person actually goes to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then we all four are like, all right, I'll stop what I'm doing and go.
I think that's, yeah.
It's the same thing as eating. Like we
wait-
wait until one person finally
Snaps.
like, yeah.
And then when they snap, we're like, geez, could you eat something? You're a little crabby.
like you to me yesterday.
Yeah, Sav got. I know when. Okay, these are everyone's hunger cues. Sav gets really quiet, and she starts like pacing around here, and we'll talk to her. She'll give one word answers, like, yeah.
Well, my mama once told me that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Totally, but that's not how I know that you're about to snap. So
No,
I'm like,
'cause I'm just
okay,
hangry.
get that girl a hamburger.
I have nothing mean to say.
Get her glizzy.
That's
Ever.
literally a lie. Literally a lie, but that's why I said get thick skin because I'm like, it's a interesting sense of humor around here.
Just eat something, and then we'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah. Have a meat stick. I feel like that's our motto around here. We're like, do you need a meat stick? Do you want a meat stick? It's like the Snickers commercial, but ours is the meat stick.
Those big
You want a
ones
meat
that
stick?
I brought in here for a while. Yep, I was good all day.
See? You got to have a meat stick.
Have a meat stick.
Yeah, I agree. What's the question?
What's something? How do you survive here?
Oh, yeah.
That was a tangent.
Yeah, I was like, wow, how'd we get there? What
also
did I say?
prepare for these tangents. Like we
Yeah.
all side quest.
Yeah.
Actually,
This leads me to my next question.
This podcast is a side quest.
Yeah, it is a side quest. I just immediately said, everybody go sit down. We're going to do a
I was
podcast.
about to take a nap.
So I was about to pack up. Okay, that leads me to my next question about side questing and productivity. Because what would be your one tip to somebody who's trying to look busy without actually being busy? What would you say? What advice would you give somebody who's trying to look busy?
Oh, somebody who's trying to look busy?
Here?
I do this a lot.
Yeah, we know.
Um,
I'm just kidding. I wanted to see what she would say. Actually, Sav is probably the most busy in here, but I just love to razz her.
But once I get my stuff done, then I can sit there and I scroll and I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at clothes, trend finding.
The two of us always say that our jobs coincide so much that like I do the first half of the job, basically, like the buying and inputting. And then once the product gets here, it's then Sav. It goes to Sav. So once the buying's done, I'm like, oh, who wants to play?
I know.
And Sav is like, I have work to do. But right now is the buying period. And she's like, ugh, can we just go do something? I'm like, I'm busy.
This whole week, like by the afternoon, I've been like, guys, like somebody give me something to do. But then next week, like, then
Next
you're
week-
done, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't.
I'll be peeping back there like, yoo-hoo, who wants to do something?
I know. I don't know advice to give. Wait,
Just
what
to
do you
look
say?
busy, like pencil and paper, like write something down.
Yeah, just jot notes.
Just jot something down.
start typing something.
Type
An
something.
email.
Scroll on, like with your like.
Yeah. Okay, how much of the day do you think you are actually truly productive in here? Like, head down, crank and work.
Okay, like this week, I can say full-heartedly, like I have really not done like. I've been just helping you sift through stuff for buying, and that's really not that helpful. But
Well,
like,
it isn't. It is helpful. It is.
But this is like my 1 week. I feel like my other 3 weeks
You are literally so.
from morning to night, I feel like I am kind of bust down, Tatiana.
Which is fair because you do 3 weeks of like full blown inventorying back there. So like 1 week of like kind of catch up and just having a shorter week is totally fine. I feel like that's fair. I think the same because we have similar. Like there's some weeks like today, I turned down going out to lunch. Like usually I'd be like, let's go. But I was like, I have stuff to do. Like I really do need to get it done. So it depends on the week. And other weeks I'm like, I don't feel like being productive today.
The start of the month, I'm always like trying to like fill in numbers and get things started. That last week of the month, though, like I can get real distracted.
Yeah. We all have a
And that's my busy time too. This sinks. We're not
yeah.
synced up.
Sorry.
I know.
And same goes for Elizabeth. Like my prep of the drop is like the photos and the stuff at the beginning, and then her prep of the drop is like right before the drop. And I'm always like, yoo-hoo, can you stop working for a minute? Like it's just
Like-
we all have different like timing.
Elizabeth
things.
and I think, are busiest on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah, and I think those are my least busy days.
And you are busiest at the end of the week.
Wednesday through Friday, I'm busiest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so
Yeah.
true. And sometimes I'll look over at Tracy and be like, what you typing over there? What you doing? Like, somebody give me something. Tell me what you're doing. However, we say that all the time. Like, I have nothing to do, but we have 10 million things on our to-do list or our big ideas thing. But sometimes we just want to like little brain break. So this is a good one. Things you would buy if the company had a no-limit credit card that we could spend whatever we wanted.
Let's get Lauren her printer.
Get the girl a
Get the
freaking
girl
printer that doesn't move
printer.
at the speed of a snail. Our printer right now is like, it's like
And we all use it.
we all use it, all four of us, and we have to switch out what paper's in there all day. And it moves at the speed of molasses. And half the time, it disconnects from the internet. It is such a pain in my butt.
Shopify Plus.
Yeah, that's a good one. I just
Shopify Plus. Get
Yeah.
rid of all of that
Shopify
extra
Plus
apps that
sponsor
we
us.
have to like put in order to like work around.
When Tracy
Oh
says
my gosh.
Shopify Plus, it's like the host website that we use. I'm trying to think of how to describe it to anyone. Like simply, it's they have different packages, and each package, obviously, each tier does different things, has better and better features. The more you pay.
And it's meant for like, we're like a starting out business, but then once we hit like a certain level of orders, like we need the inventory system in the back, and we need the
You know,
we need the warehouse
inventory system, like an actual scan in, scan out.
I
but
thought you were gonna say steamer.
No, steamer. But I want the
No.
one that Elizabeth used to have, and they don't make that anymore, so I don't know what I want.
I also
Sav is on her fourth steamer.
we're gonna pay for someone to pack orders.
Okay, those
Someday.
are bad steamers, so you have to give me that.
agree.
But yeah, my thing would be an inventory system, something to scan things in and to scan out. Which what I saw the other day, that girl that just had like the gun, and each tag has like a chip in it or something, and she could literally just go like this over the bins and stuff, and it would count every single one.
Okay, that's like wow, whoa. Why don't we start with a low
You
inventory
said
system?
No limit. on
No,
the
you're
card.
right.
No
You're
limit.
right. You're right. That is really
what
cool,
I would
actually.
do, because it's hard to check inventory when like we scan it for barcodes and stuff, but you can't count all the freaking time. But we have really got that down to a Like, I mean, I feel like it's a lot better now.
I do too. What would be nice if we had the barcodes in the back too to use as like a when we pack it, it gets scanned.
Yeah, that's
type
what I
of
mean.
thing.
Like scan in as soon as it comes in, and then scan out.
Because for a 4-person business, obviously mistakes get made, human error. Like you're not going to avoid that no matter what. However, it would be a nice thing to have. So I do agree with that. So we'd said Shopify Plus, steamer and
A printer.
inventory and a printer. I want like a big old.
Oh wait, hold on. Our very own Sprinter van.
Someday.
Or better yet, like an Airstream that like we could open up and shop like straight from, so we don't have to like pile the everything out of the Sprinter van. Just park, open up the doors.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, someday, big dreams, girls. And I'm in here
A
for
new
it.
chair. Wait, I want a new chair.
I got a new chair.
Chair. My legs are about to fall off.
The legs are always falling off.
Like it literally wobbles back and forth.
Savannah comes in and like vacuums everything. I come in and like wiggle everyone's chair and tighten screws.
Yeah.
And I bought my own chairs so that I don't have to mess with these because I cannot stand these little wiggly chairs. First of all, I'm a person who sits like a weirdo with Indian style and my feet up on my chair. And those chairs are just not conducive for my big old booty and the legs too.
Oh, I want one of those chairs with like where you can put your legs up on it and swivels around.
Okay, so that's what I originally wanted to buy, but these desks are so low. I'm 5'2" and I'm slamming my knees every day. I mean, I have like black and blue knees on this.
Stuck in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Cheers.
You have to hold the microphone close to hear it every time Sav talks. Tracy and I are moving the microphone really close to her face. Okay, what is something that you would say if we actually had an HR department that would be their nightmare if they walked into our office? What's one thing they'd be like, yeah, that's not going to fly?
Go ahead.
Probably the amount of times that like we're running around with like no shirt on. That's probably
yeah,
a
it's probably
thing.
no.
Yeah. Probably
I've
no.
never thought about that.
Me
but-
neither. It never occurred to me. Never occurred to me either. Okay, yeah,
What
wow.
I'm actually thinking I can say.
The mold in the dishes in the fucking sink.
Yeah, that too. That's a health concern.
That is.
They would probably also not like how much our humor is just like roasting each other and or
Post-party photo shoots.
yeah, they probably wouldn't like our post-party traditions. They probably wouldn't like. I'm sorry, Steph. They probably wouldn't like. Let's see what else. Oh God, I feel like everything about here.
I feel like everything we say, like what comes out of our mouth in a day, like it's just
Yeah. We also sometimes on a Friday will, towards the end of the day, like have a drink. They probably wouldn't like that. We're doing that right now.
We're right now. Forget Friday.
Yeah, you're right.
Why?
Some of the stories we tell, the language we use,
The music.
the music we play would not be allowed.
Music would be big. That's probably why they moved out. No, I'm just kidding. But
was-
I
it
would
was
come in here in
probably
the
the amount
morning
of
and
times-
bump.
It was probably the amount of times we talked about that bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I turn into the HR lady? What if I turn into HR? I'm just going to come in here tomorrow and be like, we have a new HR system. What would you say if I came in here and said, I am now HR and you're getting dinged for every curse word you say?
Ding me, bitch. Ding me. I don't know. I couldn't take you serious.
Then when Savannah
couldn't take me
writes up the HR person for slapping her in the butt.
I will.
I'm not going to comment on that. Yeah. The HR girl.
HR girl's in trouble.
Yeah, that's the other thing we get in trouble for. We do a lot
We
of
do.
like,
Wrestling.
yeah.
In here.
Wrestling.
Okay, that sounded bad.
Yeah, I was like, that sounded really creepy, but like,
You trying to take me down in the back. You can't say that either.
yeah, but you're not going to hear you because you're not talking to the mic.
It was right here.
It like literally doesn't pick up.
Oh.
What if The Office was a reality show? Who would be what role and predict how it would end?
How it would end?
Like, for example, like if we were on the reality show Survivor,
Okay.
I was going to say. I get a G-Wagon because we go viral. That's my.
are we on the Wheel of Fortune?
No, that's us going viral. Yeah.
How is that a reality show?
Because I don't know.
I don't know if I'm understanding. Okay. I was thinking more like Real Housewives, Survivor, like Deal or No Deal, like
I was pulling up in my new car.
like Road Rules. Why can't I think of any reality shows right now?
Real world.
American Idol.
Well, we're all not making it past the like first round of that.
Sing
So.
speak for yourself. I could be like, sing, sing, sing. My papa said. Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to sing that for licensing purposes. So Okay. Well, so is anyone going to answer that? Or
All right, Lauren, you would be the person like. I think that you would stir the turd. Like you
Yeah,
would
I
be
could do
like
that.
riling everyone up and like turning them against each other.
I mean, gotta
and
have some
trying to team up
entertainment
with
around here.
people.
Oh, I love an alliance.
You would love
in
an
a,
alliance.
In a, like that's why I
You
love
would be
Survivor.
alliance.
I love an alliance in Survivor. It was like when we were playing the tortilla challenge, and I was looking at Tracy trying to form an alliance, and she wouldn't even look at me.
She swears she was trying to look at me for an alliance, and instead she just slapped me straight across the face.
She got you so good.
Okay.
I'm calling HR on you.
Yeah. Do it. She said she doesn't care. Okay, so I would be the person like creating the entertainment. I'm gonna call it that.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be? What would Sav and what would Lizzie be?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think Elizabeth will be the one that like
making friends with everyone, yapping
She-
around.
yapping around, not actually doing what's like expected, but like she's the one who's gonna get that like weird, silly viral video. Of.
And she's gonna go far. Like in
Yeah, she is.
Survivor, like she might lose every single challenge, but they're not gonna vote her out because she's friends with everybody.
She's made an alliance
Yeah,
with everyone.
It's not like a threat. She's not a threat. She's just gonna be chilling till the end.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, just sneaking in there.
Yeah.
I think I'd be too boring. Like the camera wouldn't even like pay attention to what I
Oh,
was
I think
doing.
you'd be solving all the puzzles and shit and getting far.
You would get voted out because you're good.
I would be
but
too
if we were
boring
in
for
Amazing
TV.
Race, she'd do really good.
Yes.
She'd be really good on Amazing Race. But you're right. Like on Survivor, people would be trying to get rid of her because they'd be like, she's too much of a threat. We gotta get her out. Sav would be the cameraman. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Actually, probably would be like us trying to associate or like get like some special perk from the cameraman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, can you just like grab me something from the store? Like,
Here's what I think she'd be. Really, actually, like funny and entertaining at first, and then she'd hit her point of annoyance, and then she'd just be like sulking in the corner or something, and people would be like, "What happened to Sav?"
Like I'm done. Leave me alone.
Yeah, like she hits a point of her socialization, then she'd be like, "I'm over this."
I do.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Okay, if there were Office Olympics, what would everybody's strength be? So like speed typing or like fastest packer or like, if the Office were an Olympic sport, what would it be?
I
would
can tell you who would lose.
I
fastest
know.
packer.
I literally was just like Elizabeth packing. like the sloth in that commercial.
No, it's
that's
in
her packing.
Zootopia. If you've seen Zootopia, that's Elizabeth packing in order. It's like,
Yeah.
do you need something? She chats through every order. I'll have like
Oh, who
10
is
packed and she's
this?
on that one order. She's like, I was just
talking about them the other day.
Yeah.
I
We
wonder
love
how
her
their
for
kid's
it.
Doing.
But every packing day, we take rolls, and we always go, okay, so who's going to take what roll? And she'll go, I'll take the packing. And the three of us always look at each other, and we're like, okay. Love her for it. But yes. Okay, so I would say if I was going to assign everybody their Olympic role, like I would say,
bin lifting for me. So I'm like the power lifter.
Power lifter.
oh, power lifter.
Because
Okay.
I'm back there with the bins.
Well, yeah, we know because you're putting them all high. That's not mine. Yeah. Tracy's would be like speed researcher typer. Like you say something, she's found the answer in about a second flat, and I'm like, love that. Like if that were an Olympic sport, obviously, office related. Savs, yeah, you would be like speed organizer.
Yeah.
Elizabeth would be speed content creator.
Speed.
Yeah, why am I?
Quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give her the quality, but the speed.
You're right. Maybe not speed wasn't the right word. I was thinking of speed from Tracy, but you're like quality.
Yeah.
Mhm. Quality over speed, I guess. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Mine.
She's also
Just here for the party.
I would give Elizabeth like networking queen.
Oh yeah, she
for
is.
sure.
I
You
100% she
Your
is.
ideas.
your ideas and execution. Like if you want something done, it may not be done like exactly the most like effective way, but like if you
But it's
say
gonna
it
get
needs done, it's getting done today.
Yeah.
It's happening.
That's not going to stay on the to-do list. That will be checked off. It will be done. Signed, sealed, delivered.
You mentioned that we need a picnic table. She's gonna go to Home Depot and make us buy. I think if it wasn't raining today, that's actually what we would be doing.
I did suggest we build a picnic table today.
Might fall apart if you sit on it, but it's gonna be done in 30 minutes.
It sure is. Sure is. That's facts. I don't even deny that.
So problem solver.
and then in like problem solving.
Speed problem solver.
And then when that thing falls apart, 30 minutes later, some guy from Marketplace is gonna drop one off.
Yep.
Sure is, because we're going to solve that next problem. Yeah, no, that's so true. Okay, that's a good one. The next question, I don't know if I want to answer it. What's everybody's most dramatic moment in the office? That would take some thinking. Yeah, like we're a moment that later we laughed. We're like, you were up here and you should have been down here. I know. I'd have to think on it because everybody's had a moment that we've like laughed on later, but I'd have to like think about a time where I was like,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah, that's okay. That's a hard one.
Where are you getting these questions?
ChatGPT.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think it could be a fun question because I'm sure I could come up with it. I would want to think on it because we keep saying this. We need to write down things people say. All right. A funny dramatic moment was when Tracy said that she could, if she just had some drugs for a day, she could do so much. And we were like, wow. Okay. So like things like that is kind of what I was thinking, but I'd want to think on everybody's because everybody has said some really funny stuff. We need to start writing it down. If The Office had a theme song, what would the theme song be?
It would just be Savanna in the back, just singing little clips of
Oh,
hip-hop
that's our favorite thing in the front. When Savanna just sings a word or two from a song and she has her headphones and she can't hear, and up front, and she'll be like, God,
Baby girl.
Yeah, she'll be like, baby girl. And then says nothing, and then later it'd be like, smack that. And then it'll be quiet. We're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. Probably because I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good theme song. It could be Welcome to the Jungle. The Final Countdown, because we are always changing things at the last moment. Maybe Survivor by Destiny's Child. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. Because we're always getting scrappy around here.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know any other ones.
Okay. Last question. If you had to say everybody in this office is red flag, what would you say is everyone's red flag?
I hate these questions.
I do too.
Okay, well, you guys, I've had to ask every question, aka read it offline. Why don't you guys come up with a question?
AKA read it offline. We came in here completely unprepared, first
I mean,
of all.
so did I, to be fair.
This was your idea.
The office vibes were down, and everyone's acting like a big old cup of decaf, and we needed to do something to get out of our seats.
Yeah. So red flag?
Sure.
Is that what we're doing?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna say my own.
Okay, Savannah's is that she can't make up her mind one day. She
wanted to
says
say
this.
her
The next
own.
day she said, because I thought you were going to say the same thing as me.
Oh, what are you gonna say?
That you, one day you say one thing, the next day you say another, and then you're like,
Depends on the situation.
red flag.
Okay, I thought you meant like working. Red flag. Or do
Oh,
we mean,
okay.
like, personality.
No, okay, let's do working because that's kind of what we stuck through. That's fair. Okay, working red flag. You can, how about we say our own?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. No, will you go first?
Oh, okay. My working red flag is I'm a little bit, a lot of bit chaotic, and I, like we said, if I get something in my mind, I have to complete it or I'm not sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
It is a red flag. It's like, woohoo, pump brakes. I have no brakes.
Not always.
You've
It can be a pro and con.
You've actually gotten better about it.
Thank you.
The
Self-help.
like going off on a tangent at like
Yeah.
midnight doesn't happen.
Thank you.
like it used
I've
to.
really been working hard this year to stay focused a little bit more.
Mine is probably like too many ideas, not enough time trying to execute all of them, and like not putting the brakes on. Like needing to recognize that like it's a great idea, I can't pull it off.
That's what I was
Tracy,
gonna say
yeah.
for you if I had to say a red flag, because you have so many great ideas, but it's just like the time and you just like kind of like hit all of them when because they're you just
I
have
want to
so many
I want to
ideas.
I want to do them all at
ideas are-
once, but
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just not executable.
I think that's perfect. That's what I would have said too. I think that you have all these great ideas. Like they're all actually like really great. It's not like she's coming up with dumb ideas. They're good. But when Tracy gets that idea in her head, it's her priority list goes like this all day in a circle because she's like on something.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoo, where'd she go? Where are we? What are we on?
Which is also not
But it's also
bad,
can be a positive sometimes. I think that's
because we need ideas.
But also, I think the difference between you and I, like, you have an idea, you execute it, and you're like, you know what? 70% is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And I have a really hard time, like, not doing it absolutely 100% from the start. And then I end up in these ruts where you're like, I'm spending more time investigating and trying to plan things out until like I actually like press the pedal.
But I think that we've talked about this before too. That's a little bit of recovering perfectionist.
Yes.
Like I have learned that like sometimes you can get in your own way if you're trying to make it perfect, and sometimes on the journey to make it perfect, it gets worse.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes you got to just do it and then tweak it from there.
Yeah. I feel
Not
like
all
I've
the time,
gotten better about
but
it.
you have gotten. I was going to say, I honestly don't think you're giving yourself enough credit because you've gotten better.
And
than
I've
you
also gotten better about saying like that's just not gonna happen. Like I used to not be able to say like I'm like I'll stay up until like 4 o'clock in the morning trying to make something happen.
Yeah, which it's better to just say like I know I'm not gonna be able to do that.
It's not happening. Yeah.
I think you're right. You have come a long way in that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say because I don't know. Probably I fixate on things way too much, like little shit that doesn't matter, like organizing or cleaning stuff. Yeah, but not to make me like angry. Not that I like am like, raging about it. No, but just like in my brain, I'm like, oh, I need to do that before I do anything else. Like I have to clean some stuff up before I literally move on to things, and that's just annoying. That's all.
I don't know if I'd say it's annoying. I'd say
here.
I'd say once again, like we said about the other things, pros and cons.
Yeah.
Like we need somebody in here to do that. Like put us in check of when to clean. But then we also laugh because if Savanna isn't here, we're like, oh my God, you guys clean up, or Savannah's gonna freak out.
Yeah, so that's a red flag.
No, but we need that though. It's pros and cons.
Yeah.
The same thing is like, let's not recommend putting something that was planned for next month on sale this month without running it through by you. The other day you were gone and we were like, let's just scoot that thing up.
Yeah, so I do the buying and the planning of when everything's going to drop, and that is all based upon budget and available balance and blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's thought out. It's not like just like
There's a lot of math
willy-nilly.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know I'm not good at math. And they know that I'm going to full-blown tweak when they move something in the arrangement, and they do it anyways. But it always ends up being fine. It always ends up being fine. I honestly, my biggest thing
Coco
is making sure on the back end that it's logged correctly so that when we go back, that's my main thing. Because that's generally the thing that gets forgotten in the dust of the excitement of moving something. The actually like important like back end stuff doesn't get moved.
All right.
It has been recently though.
Elizabeth's red flag.
Oh,
Is it her desktop tiles? Is it the amount of tabs on her browser?
Those all coincide with the drawer. They're all the same. They're one and the same. I would say, maybe sometimes her red flag could be time management. Sometimes she says she'll be there at 9:30. She's popping in at 10. Sometimes she says it'll only take her a second to complete a task. She's worked on it for 2 hours, moving line by line.
I feel like that's all of us.
It is. I know. That's what I mean. And again, pros and cons. We need somebody to be meticulous about that shit. Like if she didn't tell me every time, like, center that, move it left, like I wouldn't look at those little details. So again, pro and con.
Speaking of, like, I feel like the next applicant for Coco the shop needs to like pass an ADHD test.
Like, can't have ADHD?
Yes. Like,
Oh, they wouldn't fit in here, though.
They wouldn't fit in, but we might need someone to like keep us on
I think
the
that they'd get
rails.
really annoyed with us.
They'd quit.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's even a good hire because they'd quit and they'd be so annoyed with us.
They might get us in line for like.
I feel like we should have the opposite test. Like, do you have ADD, ADHD? Yes. Okay, great. You passed that round. Next.
This is true.
Do you have a sense of humor? Great. Third round. Can you work in tight spaces? Great. Next round. Would be another thing they need to
Where
pass.
would we put another desk? Over here.
We'd chain the person from the ceiling, maybe. We literally don't have room.
They have to move. They have to move in and out of the dressing room on days that we have events.
Wait, were you here the other day when I joked about putting my office into the dressing room?
No.
I said, that's it. I'm moving in the dressing room.
She wasn't joking.
I know,
She
she
moved her
wasn't.
desk over here.
I want my office to be over here, behind the curtains. Okay. So, anyways, long story short, we run a real tight ship around here, and we just wanted to have a fun podcast day when the boss was away.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say? Wow, look at that rhyme. When the boss was away, is there anything else you want to say?
Not today.
Let's end this with a good old Savanna rap.
Oh.
We all need that. The topic is,
Everyone has to do it though.
what do you mean?
I can't keep your guys' flow. You guys have a weird flow for your reps.
I'll try. I don't know if it's in me today, but the
I feel
topic
like
is,
you need to try to.
yeah, you need to try. Everyone has to try.
You can.
The,
You can think
the
of something.
topic is workplace. Like, it could be anything, Coco, workplace, anything. Welcome to the shop. Y'all want a bop? Oh, take off that top. You'd be looking like a slop. Get that mop.
Even right now.
Oh, you know Fetty Wap?
You're literally listening to it today. That
I
was
know.
good. I like that.
Thank
I
you.
didn't have anything to input on that.
Yeah, I felt like you were weak there. You were basically like Eminem
I
in your
was
mom's
thinking of
spaghetti.
other things. I know it's hard.
Well, I was thinking of rhyming words, and I was like, nothing really rhymes with Coco. So I took it back. All these clothes in here are looking.
Fly.
Oh, don't be passing by.
I don't know. My skin's kind of dry.
Ooh, I'm looking to get out and fry.
Why?
I don't know. Take a sigh. Don't you be lie. Oh, wait. That wouldn't be a lie. Wait, does that rhyme? Fry, lie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that one. Redact that.
Cut that out.
Cut that out. It wasn't my best
that
rap.
out.
You better get a try.
We already said that.
Oh, you did? Well, you're
Lauren, she always so boring. I'm just
Ooh,
kidding.
Just only in the morning.
Oh, I can't.
Okay.
Wait, that's when she be snoring.
Oh! We're ending on that note. Tracy with the
Yeah.
zing.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Thank you guys for joining our very chaotic and very random Unbuttoned podcast. Use your code Unbuttoned10.
Oh, Unbuttoned 10.
Like and subscribe.